this is just important context because I think what we really try to do on the show is it's important to get to the facts of this case. As those of you who've already watched the video and will watch it later, I mean, all of it is obscene. Okay, so look, police brutality of any kind. It doesn't matter if you're tackling a guy with the build of like LeBron and beating him. It doesn't make any difference. But that said, just visually watching a 14-year-old girl, this little petite kid in a friggin' bikini, get tackled by a cop, thrown to the ground and manhandled is stunning. And there's a context for this. The bigger context is that racism is so sort of viscerally expressed through this police crisis. And this has been going on for decades, for years. This is the only difference now is that social media and proliferation of technologies like iPhones are allowing a lot of filming and documentation of it. And there is a social media voice and an activist movement like Black Lives Matter that have not waited for the gatekeepers to sign off on a conversation about this. But it's very important that even in the context of this case, what led to this incident, as with everything that we understand, was that, as an IMer pointed out, there were racist white women at the pool who basically said, why are these teenagers in our neighborhood? Why are they here? Let's call the police. That's the precipitating event. Let's be very aware of how non-unique that call is. In neighborhoods and areas across America, there is the informal social stigma and there is the active police presence of who, quote unquote, does or does not belong. And that's the mechanism through which this brutality is often instigated. So there's an interview with a young woman who was at this pool party. It was taken by an independent guy, filmed her with his iPhone, similar type of thing. I actually don't want to mention her name. I'm not sure what her age is. But you know, and it's mentioned and it's fine, I know. But I would sort of prefer not to sort of put it out again, just, you know, because of how these stories kind of swirl and develop. I'm sure it will come out anyways. But regardless, she's going to tell the background and the context of this story of what led up to this call, which then led up to this insane, demented police officer doing a barrel roll and flashing his guns at these kids and tackling a 14-year-old. Let's listen to how this all started.
Yeah, so basically what happened was me and my sister and a few friends made a cookout, and I basically, to sum it up, when I went to go get my key pass from someone, this lady was saying racial slurs to some friends that came to the cookout.
What kind of slurs was she saying?
She was saying things such as black effort, and that's why you live in Section 8 homes. There's also a male that was saying rude things, and this 14-year-old girl named Grace, which is my brother's friend, stuck up for us, saying that's not right, you shouldn't do that, that's racist, and things like that. So then they started verbally abusing her, saying that she needs to do better for herself, be better for herself, cursing at her. And I'm saying, no, that's wrong. She's 14. You should not say things like that to a 14-year-old. And they're like, well, you need to go back where you're from and things like that, telling me I need to go back to my Section 8 home and stuff like that. So I said, excuse me, and then the other lady, her name's Kate, came up to me and she smacked me in my face. She actually
that was Kate, white, black?
Kate's Caucasian.
Caucasian, okay.
And she went and she hit me in my face, and that's when both of the women attacked me.
Okay, and just for clarity, you live in this neighborhood, is
yes,
that correct?
I live in Craig Ranch.
All right, most of the people that attended the event also live in Craig
Yes.
Ranch, is that right? Okay.
Yeah, so there you have it. That's the context. That's what led to this event.